I want to read you a quote that changed my life, and this is from a keynote speaker, Vin Jiang. And the quote basically says, "The acquisition of knowledge brings about satisfaction, but the application of knowledge brings about fulfillment." And so I just want to break down each part of the quote. So the first part, the acquisition of knowledge, which just refers to learning and getting knowledge, brings about satisfaction. It's great when you're learning new things, when you're just exploring, getting new ideas, getting new concepts, getting exposed to the world, learning more stuff. That's great. That brings about a lot of satisfaction because it feels like you're progressing in life. But then the second half of the quote says, it's only the application of knowledge that brings about fulfillment. So yes, it's important to actually know what you're learning about and know new things. But if you're actually wanting to make a change in your life and you actually want to reach like a level where, you're much different to your current self, then you need to be able to actually apply the things that you've learned. And it sounds like this age-old mantra that, you should be applying, not just learning. But I just find it's sometimes very hard to actually do. For example, in my self-development journey, like last year, I used to just read a lot of books. Like this entire bookshelf at the top is filled with like books. And I used to just like learn a lot of new concepts, watch a lot of podcasts, get all these new ideas. I would write like pages and pages of notes, and it felt satisfying. It felt like I was learning a lot. But when I actually asked myself, is this actually changing my life? I wish I could say yes. But the thing is, even after a year, I felt roughly the same. And it was because I was learning all this stuff, which was great. Sure, who doesn't want to learn more things? But it didn't actually result in anything tangible or anything like significantly tangible because I wasn't actually applying it. And it's as simple as, I don't know, let's say I watch a Huberman podcast, which says that, you shouldn't have overhead lights at night because that will ruin your sleep. Overhead lights are basically lights on the roof of your house. So you don't want those lights at night because it simulates like the sun. And obviously you don't want light mimicking the sun because then it tells your body that, hey, you don't need to sleep, it's daytime. So if I learned that, the next day or even that same night, I should be applying that tip straight away. And I know it's a very simple thing, but then there's greater things in life. For example, I learned that you should always do daily reflections. I wish I could just force myself to do that, but sometimes I just learn all these new things, but I don't actually apply it. I may apply it for a few days, but then again, in the long term, I don't apply these basic things. And so I always feel like the key that I'm missing is some extra new piece of information that no one has told me about. When in reality, the key to success is just things that I already know about, but I'm not doing consistently. For example, daily reflections. That's a key one. Focused on marginal gains, which is just getting 1% improvements every time. Doing deep work, getting good sleep, diet, basic things. But sometimes I feel like we just try and learn all these new things when in reality the answer is just already in front of us. The answer is in the simplicity. And so the title of this video, you've consumed enough, it's time to create, basically means for most of us, you've probably already have the information you need. You've already consumed enough YouTube videos, books, or resources to know, on paper, what you have to do. But you're not actually using that knowledge to create something. And you should start creating your dream life by applying everything you've learned into actionable things that you can do every day that will actually move the needle and make your future self much different from your current self. So, the takeaway from all of this is that the acquisition of knowledge brings about satisfaction, but it's only when you actually apply that knowledge does it bring fulfillment. Take care.